posting this on my stories. Let's see.
Fantastic. Hi, hello everyone to YouTube. Be great to know if you can hear us, if we got rid of the echo from last time. Graham, you were so helpful last time. Maybe you're there and can tell us if we're sounding okay. Um, okay, yeah. So welcome. Thanks for joining everyone. Great to have Amelia with us again for some commentary, some chat.
Thank you for
Another,
inviting.
of
I'm super
course.
excited.
Another mystery puzzle to look at, 500 pieces. You get to look at the box this time, so not quite as much of a mystery as last time. Um, News. So yeah, hopefully you saw the announcement that the dates for the start of 2026 will be out very soon. They should, I'll put up a list of all of the dates tomorrow. But very excited to say the first one will be a joint competition with Puzzle Race in Denmark. We've got Freya who runs the Puzzle Race here tonight. Hi Freya. So yeah, very excited to have that the chance to do a joint competition, have a bit of a showdown between the Swedish and Danish competitors. Very exciting, and yeah, there will be 5 or 6 new dates to uh, sh- see for the in the new year. Puzzle competitions coming up. The next one is a 300 piece one, so that's going to be a very fast competition, or also perfect for beginners or people wanting to give it a try. Graham says the sound is good, so that's a good start. Yeah, not many places left in that. I think 5 places left in the 300 piece competition, which is great. There's only one place left in the Christmas mystery, so whoever wants to join grab the last place for the Christmas competition. That's nearly sold out. And then there's a 500 piece competition in the middle, so yeah, places available for those. Okay, right, before we start, we can do our Wheel of Fortune. Let's see who's going to win the prize today. Let's bring that up. Okay, here we go. See if we get a new name. Ida, congratulations. I'll get in touch with you and we'll sort something out for that. Fantastic. Okay, I think let's have a look at the list. We've got 27, which is right because there's one person who couldn't make it. Um, and we're at 13 minutes. Okay, so let's go ahead and open the box.
This is the most exciting moment for me because I just want to see the puzzle. And it looks super cute. I gotta tell you that one for sure.
So yeah, you can go ahead and remove the plastic. There is a poster inside. It's a giant poster. I think it's the kind of actual size poster, but you can take out the poster and use it if you've got space and if you want to use that. I would give one other tip as well. The edges of the picture are sometimes slightly different to the box with this brand. I think they're close. The edges of the picture on the poster are sometimes more accurate, but there can be a slight difference with the kind of crop of the image around the edges. So just be aware of that. Okay. Let me just check I've got all the buttons I need to press up. And we will do just check no messages. Great. Okay. And we will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go, 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 go. Yeah. Actually, so what brand is this? I can see the image and I know what brand it is. I just can't remember the name of it.
So the brand is Calypto. So it's a French brand. We've seen a few come up in the EJJs. There was one a couple of weeks ago. Really nice illustrations, really nice colours. Yeah, very kind of very good for speed puzzling. Lots of bright colours to pick out. Yeah, yeah, lots of them do. They do a few that are different, but the kind of the majority of them are these beautiful places with the text. Fairly small text on this one. It changes a bit depending on what the place name is, but hopefully this will be a good fun one. I certainly enjoyed doing it when I did the test run. Yeah, Graham points out. Yeah, one of the few of these one of the few of this series that Michelle hasn't already used.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Is this the Polynesian one or
So this is the Caribbean, Les Caraïbes it's called. It's
Korean?
the Caribbean one.
Oh,
So we've got a few
yes.
palm trees, not as many as the last EJJ one, but a few palm trees. We've got some sea, some sky. Yeah, few lots of red roofs. Yeah, so it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Um,
kind of see people probably gonna start with that red roof of the house that is nearby the edges in the corner.
I think so. Yeah. So the red roof, possibly the text, the sky. Although yeah, then the difference between maybe the sky, the colours in the sky, the colours in the sea, is not maybe particularly obvious. But yeah, we will see. Right. Yeah, I just want to say sorry before we started. Hopefully, most people have got the commentary still on. So when you're finished, all you need to do is give a thumbs up to the thumbs up to the camera, and we will stop the clock in automatically, and you'll get your time in the live results. Right. So let's get some people up to have a look. Got some new faces tonight, which is always fun. And we'll start with one. So we have Aina and Louise and Camilla. There we go. Yep. So Aina, new first puzzle rush. Thanks so much for joining us. Great to have you with us. Let's see the flip going on well. Yeah, start to see some of those colours. Yeah, like you said, those reds really pop out.
Yeah, and they are always nice when they're nearby the edges because you already have the edge pieces and then you can kind of get the rest of in very nicely.
Yeah, and yeah, I can see some of those text pieces as well.
Yeah, I think the text piece is something that you can kind of like find easily, but I would not do it first. I think it's actually pretty hard to put together, or at least you need to have a little bit of structure around it to make it easier. But you can definitely see what pieces go there.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Anne Louise, I'm guessing she was one of the people keen to get her Danish registration in. So possibly that started working again. Um, yep. And then Camilla. Camilla is our contestant from Åland. So great to have you with us again. Yep, can see some blue pieces getting sorted out, some red pieces in the bottom corner. be interesting to see
Yeah,
how many people start with do the edge. The edge isn't that easy because you've got palm trees, you've got sky. It's there's no it's yeah, you've got the same colours in a number of different places.
yeah, definitely that the sky edge is not going to be easy because it's going to be just very, there is no like visual clues. You have to just look at the shape and keep your hands moving to try to put them together as fast as possible. There isn't false fits to my, if I recall correctly, there's no false fits really in this brand. Is that
I
correct?
don't think so. It's been a while since I did this, and since I wasn't in the recent EJJ that used it. But it's been a while since I did them. But I don't remember any false fits. And they do have that nice kind of, it's slightly velvety feel. This kind of soft, kind of almost velvety feel
Yeah.
to them, which is kind of quite nice to for kind of gripping them and picking things up.
Yeah, that's actually interesting because I feel like that's one of the things that people either love or hate. And it would be very interesting to ask from today's first, who first finished this puzzle, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, it is a nice feel, but I'm not sure it's perfect for speed puzzling. Maybe not as slidey as other as the kind of more glossy ones, but yeah, we'll see. It's but I think yeah, it's a really good quality. Kind of like you say, no false fits. I don't think so. Hopefully it will. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember what you said in the very beginning that the reference image might be cropped a little bit differently than the actual puzzle. And that I do also remember from one of the EJJs, and it's not the latest one, but I think probably the first one that Michelle used this brand. And I was counting the trees on the side, but one tree was either, there was either an extra tree or one missing, and it was so confusing to me.
Yeah, I think I actually I heard people talking about it, but I think I actually used the poster because I had space to put the poster up in front of me and actually look at the poster. And I think the poster is maybe correct where the image on the box isn't.
Yeah, and I think also once with this brand, I had an extra piece.
Okay, that's never yeah that's never easy.
Yeah, there was a good conversation at one point with other speed puzzlers that is it more annoying to be missing pieces or having extra pieces? Because they both kind of confuse you quite a lot.
Yeah, I think missing pieces you can kind of after a while you kind of realise that it's not there and you stop looking for it. I think yeah, extra pieces can be. I think you're expecting extra pieces less than you expecting the odd missing piece.
Yeah, and definitely if it's not like obvious, I think I had once an extra piece in I think it was the Dutch Nationals puzzle, and it was part of like the grass. So it was like impossible to say that it was an extra piece by the visual clues. But I was basically finished with the grass, and I kept picking up that piece and trying to put it somewhere. It just didn't go.
Okay, so on screen now we have Elin, another new face. Thanks so much for joining us. Great to have you along. We have Freya, who won the last Puzzle Rush, the mystery blind competition. So I can see she's working on that text in the sky. Probably quite a good place to do because once you've got that text in place, there's a lot you can kind of join onto that. You've got the kind of gradient, the kind of sky's got a nice gradient in, so you can kind of work up and down nicely for that. It's got most of the frame in place, apart from like you said, the that kind of top row, the sky bit, because there's not many clues in there.
Yeah, I love that somebody starting with the text because I would have not done it, and I just absolutely love it when somebody does something that I did not expect to see and doing it absolutely amazingly. Like I can even like read from here that it's getting together already. So
I think there was quite a long conversation on the last EJJ and regarding the text, and it depends so much about how big the text is. So the bigger the text is, the harder it is to see from the kind of individual pieces. where it's going to go. Whereas, yeah,
Yeah.
this text is fairly small, so it's kind of easier to see where the individual pieces go. Yeah, on the in the kind of block of text.
Yeah, and also kind of like what kind of font is it? Is it a cursive or is it like those handwritten letters or something like that? If it's very basic letters, I actually once did this that what letters have like the 90-degree angle. So I have like a list of how you can recognize the letters just by looking at the angle, but it doesn't work with all fonts. It works with the very basic one.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we've got Freya. I can see Freya and Aelin doing similar things. We've got that yellow roof down in the bottom left, and the red roof, kind of the big red roof in the middle. So yeah, both working on really similar areas and at similar points. So where do you think you would start? What would be your kind of would it be the kind of roofs? Would it be the definitely not the text? I think. What do you think you would be drawn to?
I would definitely start with the buildings on this one, but I do have to say that sometimes if the text, because in this case, it's not always about the text itself, but the placement of the text in this puzzle is very high of the puzzle. So
Yes.
sometimes I start just because of if it's higher in the puzzle, I may start from there because I know I stand when I do puzzle. So I need to lean over when it's like a vertical puzzle like this. So I don't want to leave something like that to the very end when I know I'm already tired, my back is hurting, because if it would be horizontal, it's not a problem, but I know with vertical puzzles, I often want to start from the very top part just because I know I won't be able to do it. I had the same thing in the world. Where everybody ended up I did in the semifinals, the Eiffel Tower.
Hmm.
So everybody obviously ended up, most people ended up towards the top part, towards the end. So I actually had to flip the whole puzzle because I could not lean over anymore. So sometimes there's factors like this I would also consider. But I think with this one, I would still, just because it's maybe not the hardest puzzle, also I would assume better like a faster time for this one. So I would still start with the buildings because I think I could, the total time I could handle no matter what.
Yeah, I think that's one of those tips that I know I should be thinking about that, but I forget it all too often and ends up working at the bit that's furthest away from me at the end. Okay, let's see who else we've got. So we have Hannah and we have Ida and Ida. Okay. So yeah, you can see Hannah's got pretty much the whole border in place. In fact, yeah, the whole border, including the kind of blue section at the top. You can see Ida has as well, and now working on those buildings at the bottom. But yeah, good progress there. Yeah, Ida Elton in a similar position. Most of the border done, working on the buildings at the bottom, and then Eden back with us after 3 wins in a row, a little bit earlier in some of the early competitions. So good to see you back, and yeah, working on those. I think that's the kind of sand section just above the houses, but with those kind of houses at the bottom already in place.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at those sand pieces and it looks, wait a second, is it sand? Because it looks like there's so little sand on the image itself. I'm always confused with those page pieces that I can see on Ida Norden's screen.
Yeah, I'm having to look at my. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe there's a bit of sand. There's some of that kind of yellowish in the sky as well. It's quite difficult to tell.
Yeah, actually, yeah, now that you mention it, it might be even the kind of like the horizon.
Yeah,
Mm, yeah, that would kind of make sense to me.
just below
Or,
the
but it
writing.
But it's also like hard to compare because everybody has a little bit of different light, so the colors look different on everybody's screen.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. It's amazing
So
how
some,
different, yeah, the EDLT, those pieces look so kind of bright and blue and colourful. Yeah, the difference in colour is amazing. Okay, yeah, but yeah, some good progress there. Let's bring up the next group. Got quite a few people to get through tonight. We have Carolina, Cotta, and Linda. Oh, fantastic! We've got two people puzzling together. It's always fun to see. So yeah, Cotta and Linda at the same table, and then yeah, Carolina. Yeah, again with those kind of with the roofs and the buildings at the bottom.
yeah, that actually the way Carolina is doing it is probably how I would have done it similar, that I would have not done the full edge in the beginning, but just parts of it. I would have probably also left the sky edge for later, I think. Now I have to get this puzzle and then see I was absolutely incorrect, but
No, it's interesting that. I mean, I always find that I look at an image and have a kind of idea of how I would approach it and what my strategy would be, and then you flip all the pieces and it can be completely different. It can be yeah, maybe that's some tips I need, but how to using that kind of planning and that strategy to and actually coming up with a plan and following it, I find can be quite difficult. I get far too distracted by what I happen to see at any one time.
yeah, there's always the balance of like following your plan and also kind of like just ditching your plan if needed. It's hard to find the balance between because and this is actually why I think like when I commented it's so different because I have actually time to look at the picture and like think what I would do, but when I actually just compete I just go for it, and I'm also like very chaotic in a way, so I jump a lot, which is not necessarily a problem. But when you just don't do the puzzle, you're just looking at it and analyzing, you always have this very organized sound plan for it, which usually doesn't happen in real life.
Okay, let's bring up the next group. So let's have a look at Lynn. So yeah, we've talked a bit about the fact that you do coaching and kind of, so when someone new comes to you and looks for kind of coaching and tips and things, what's generally your starting point? What do you kind of look out for when you see a first video of someone that someone might send you to get some feedback on what they're doing?
Yeah, so every whether it's a video analysis or it's a coaching session, usually 60 minutes, we always start that somebody has to send me a video that I will analyze before the coaching session. I also have this very long form that basically asks all of your background, like how long you've been doing puzzles, when did you start speed puzzling, and like what is your style, what do you think is your weaknesses and strengths, because a lot of times some people may think that, oh, this is my weakness, and then we actually figure out that's actually something you should utilize more, that's actually a strength. So yeah, there's a lot of questions, goals, and then we just go from there, I would say. But it's like very personalized. There is some like issues that are very common that we talk about often, for example, space management. Um, and then I would say a lot of time we just talk about also the mental side of competing. A lot of people have performance issues, not because they're doing something wrong, but maybe because they start feeling overwhelmed, or they're not like confident of their own strategy, and things like that. And I think that the most important part is trying to find the right practices for everybody, because it's not really about like, yeah, you do the 500 piece puzzle and what you're doing wrong, but it's more like what skills do you need to practice more, and then we try to isolate it. For example, it was a great example from your last competition where people did the mystery puzzle, because that's one of the practices we've been using, especially for people who tend to over like look too much of the image.
Okay. But and yeah, I guess that depends a lot on the puzzle as well. So some puzzles you're going to need to do that more, some you're not, and yeah, it's knowing when to use those skills and when to kind of adapt your strategy based on based on what you've got in front of you, I guess.
Yeah, I would say like one misconception is that people often, and this even happens in the commentaries, and I do that as well. People just think about the order of doing the puzzle, like what's the right order to assemble this. But I have found that I would say almost everybody does the puzzle in the right order, and it doesn't mean that there's one specific order you have to do the puzzle, but it comes pretty naturally. And it's not really even something you would need to think about. I always talk about this, like if you play soccer, you probably know the rules of the soccer kind of naturally without ever reading the rule book. So it's kind of same with speed puzzles. You most likely will do it in right order. There's very rare cases that people would do it in like super random order,
Mm.
the puzzle. So that's more like I always say that, you know what, like stop thinking it like too much. Just go for it, because most likely you got it already right.
Yeah, no, great advice. Okay, let's see who we've got on screen. We've got Lynn, full border in place, looking good, working on those those kind of buildings at the bottom. Lisa with most of the frame done. You can see, yeah, very common sections being done here. Those two kind of houses at the bottom, that kind of really bright red roof in the middle, and then yeah, just a case of joining those together. I think the trickiest bits are probably the kind of that those sections between the houses. You've got kind of yeah, a lot of fairly similar kind of greenish colours. And also you've got the kind of the sections with the islands. I remember being I think that was the what I did last, but a little bit tricky. Lots of kind of very small houses that all look fairly similar. So yeah, I think we'll see lots of people finishing with those two bit sections.
Yeah, and I think this is also like often I notice that the everybody almost have the easiest parts in the same time. And then when it gets harder, you start seeing more difference between the speed busters, like who can pull up the harder parts and not lose the speed.
I did see that as a tip from I think it may well have been Victor talking on after one of the EJJs about starting with something a bit difficult, getting it out of the way, so you're left with kind of easier sections at the end. And I know I kind of tried it on one or two, and I think it can be good. So starting with the sky, if it's easy to sort out, start with the sky, get it all done, and so you kind of get the speed at the end, as opposed to doing the easy bits. And then I think it mentally that can be quite hard if you're going at such a pace, and then you have to slow down near the
Yeah,
end.
I would personally always start from the easiest parts, because then you also have the most energy in the beginning, so you get like the momentum. So you want to high go like your peak performance speed wise in the very beginning, because you naturally slow down also towards the end, not only because if the puzzle is going harder, but also because you get more tired, and also because I always say that it's good to understand that when we do puzzle, it's still almost like mindfulness thing. So we're in this kind of like a flow mode. So we don't necessarily actively think like go faster, go faster. We remember that when we start the puzzle, and after we finish it, we're like, oh, I could have gone a little bit faster. So that's why I always recommend that start with the easier part, so you don't, because then there is a chance if you start with the harder part, so your speed is naturally a little bit lower, and then you move on to the easier parts, then you would actually need to remember that, by the way, I can go faster. So you don't get stuck to the that is a slower speed that you started with.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I use a lot of like a running comparison, but this is kind of like if you start, let's say you run 5 kilometers and you can probably run quite faster in the beginning and then you slow down a little bit towards the end. But it's really hard to do in a way that you start slow and then you speed up for the last like 1 kilometer. It's really hard to do, like mentally just.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, on the screen we have Maria, another first time Puzzle Rusher. Thanks for joining us. Great to see you. Looking good. So, yeah, frame in place, that bottom section coming together really well. Maria, so, bit different, got all that text in place. That's looking really good. And then, yeah, you can see that section of blue top pieces at the top sorted out there. And then Marlin again with those with that kind of the buildings from the bottom section coming together well.
Yeah, there's a great progress. But yeah, now I can definitely confirm that those yellow pieces we also saw earlier, or beige, whatever you want to call that color, is definitely not the sand. It really looks like it's the horizon between the sky and the water.
Yeah, definitely there you can we can see that kind of that grade almost gradient between the yellow and the blue at the bottom of the sky. But yeah,
Yeah,
really good.
I have this puzzle picture open on another tab, and it just looks like that horizon is not that bright on the on the puzzle box, but maybe it is in the puzzle itself.
Okay, let's carry on through the alphabet.
More people, please. Want to see where everybody is before somebody is getting closer to finish.
Marina, Michelle, and Miriam.
Yeah, looking really good. And it feels like we can see here also the text done. So it seems like it is actually almost a lot of people. There's like a three things, so which is the bottom part with the buildings, and then people build up kind of like the line, and then it seems like the text also is probably easier than I personally expected. So I'm almost assuming that these people who did the buildings and the line first may even move on to that text after that
I think
before
so.
working
I
on
think
the part.
yeah, it's really easy to sort out, but you've got the gradient behind it as well, so
Ah, yes.
it's not just the text on a flat background. You've got the gradient to help you too. Um, yeah, so I think think compared to some of the I was doing the Monaco Ravensburg one recently,
Hmm.
and the text on that is it's just you've got this nasty beige background and lots of letters that look the same, quite big text. So really quite tricky to do. But I think yeah, the text on this is not too challenging.
Yeah, now that you mentioned the gradients of it, I'm kind of starting to get this. I was so too focused on just the text that I completely didn't even think about it. But that really helps when you can see the direction of the piece,
Yeah,
because then you can actually see what letter is it right away. But if you're not sure is it this way, this way, this way, this way, then you may struggle more understanding what letter it could be, and then you have way too many options.
yeah,
Uh,
absolutely, yeah.
but yeah, with the gradients, that's actually great. And I think it's only like, I think it's like just maybe 2 or 3 rows of pieces. I think like 3 rows.
I think so. Yeah, maybe yeah, two or three certainly. Yeah,
Yeah, that also makes it easier. So sometimes it also depends on how the actual cut of the pieces is.
yeah. And Michelle's got that whole kind of that horizon section, so all those yellow pieces in place, looking really good. She's got
Yeah.
lots of experience with this brand, so yeah, she's going really and yeah, amazing work at the bottom with lots of that kind of that greenery in place already. Michelle looking really good.
Yeah, definitely. And I think what she just did there, she just went there. I don't think she was picking specifically one area pieces. I think she just took everything that looked familiar. And especially when she almost had the bottom done. So you can just see, like, you don't need to know where the piece goes. You can just recognize it goes to the bottom part. And if you have almost done, you can just take it and try to find, like, where is the spot still available and try to put it there.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And yeah, working on some of those kind of mountains and yeah, the kind of archipelago section. Miriam looking good. A lot of that kind of bottom section done. You can see again those kind of yellowy horizon pieces pulled out. Yeah, looking really good. What are we
Yeah,
on
and
to?
one
Just over half an hour.
yeah, and one tip I also always give people is that don't worry too much if you are not able to finish one section, because a lot of people ask, like, okay, if I didn't finish, it's missing a couple pieces, do I go and look for them? And I would like never go look for just for a couple of pieces. It's actually good if you're missing few pieces of the sections that you have worked on previously, because it adds to your flow later when you pick up the pieces for the next section and you just see a couple of few familiar pieces that you are able to recognize right away. So it kind of creates more flow also, like, later on.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Okay, a few new people. Got Sana, fantastic angle as always. So clear to what's going on. Yeah, we've got that
Yes.
horizon coming into place. Got working on that kind of greenery section between the houses there. Just having a look around to see how. I think we've got yeah, some really good progress. Some people we need to get back to soon. Sixton looking really good. Very similar to Sana with that horizon. Teresa looking good at that bottom section, trying to get in some of those yeah, those greenery sections. But yeah, everyone doing really well.
Yeah, and I really like, if you look at Sanna's screen and the space management over there, I'm generally a fan of this layout. But also I always say, if you really want to sort out something you're not gonna be working on next, like she did here with the text, at least sort it out as nearest where it actually will go, but not inside. So outside of the frame, but as nearest as it will go. So then you don't have to move the whole pile around if it would be now like under all the other pieces.
Yeah, no, another great tip. I found myself doing a lot of that. A lot of that. What was it? Was it last night with the EJJ moving all of the pieces and not the whole puzzle around to try and get to the places I want to get to. So yeah, it'd be good to get some yeah, further tips on space management and
Yeah.
sorting management, I think.
Yeah, the faster you get, the more you can optimize like little things. But now that the pieces are there, your hand movement during the text is this instead of doing this if they would be further away. So that obviously adds like triple of the hand movement. Ooh, okay.
Tobias looking really good. I think
Yes.
yeah, fantastic. I mean, it's really the blue sections left the sky and the sea. But other than that, looking yeah, very strong. Most of yeah, the text done, those kind of palm trees at the top, kind of all of the bottom section. So looking yeah, really good. So what are we on?
Yes.
33. We had a guess from Graham. What was that? 39.59. So yeah, 6 minutes to hit
Yeah.
Graham's predicted time. I think he was very accurate. Oh no,
Yep.
he guessed the picture last time. I can't remember how accurate he was with the time guess, but he's yeah, he's I think he's generally pretty good with the time estimates as well.
Yeah.
Civ looking good. Yeah, that text pretty much done.
Yeah, that is looking also really, really good. I think, yeah, I always like the way Tobias does puzzles. He's very organized. It's enjoyable to watch. I'm not saying I always agree with it, but it's very enjoyable to watch. And then he's great. He's fast. He's also a very nice guy, just to mention. So
Yeah, it amazes me how he can look so controlled and such kind of compared to some other people, it doesn't look like he's moving at the same kind of pace, but it all seems to come together kind of so quickly, and yeah, get some fantastic times. And yeah, very much someone to use the box. See him picking up picking up individual pieces, even when the colours look so similar, and able to kind of spot those placements really well, using the image. So
Yeah,
looking
and I
around, sorry, go on.
yeah, I'm just because this is very different if you look at the is Freya the right way to pronounce her name?
Yes, yeah,
Okay, you can see that she has only like this one big hole, whereas Topia still has like three different places where to put the puzzle pieces. It's gonna be quite interesting to see what will happen
it is. Yeah,
because sometimes it's just easier if you know already like the area. You have like only one option because you have only one section left. Whereas sometimes if hard to say because I haven't done this puzzle, how similar those colors are. Do you actually actively you pick up a piece? Do you need to make the decision? Is it this, or this place?
I don't know
Um,
because Freya seems to have, Freya and Ida, in fact, seem to have pulled out all the pieces for that sky. So
yeah,
it doesn't look like there's that much, the color, those blue colors are too similar between the sky and the sea, because they've been able to sort those out really well. I think kind of yeah, Tobias now doing the opposite, so he's kind of pulled out those kind of sea pieces and working on the sea and leaving the sky till later. So I think these are probably our
yeah.
three three front runners at the moment.
I think what is actually here. Well, we have to ask Topia's opinion, obviously, on this. I cannot talk for him, but I think because he's a person who looks at the image and he's very good at pick and place, so he's basically pick and place in those little boats over there. Whereas if you look at the other areas that he has left, those are basically just solid color pieces that if you pick one, you cannot really look at the image and say it goes exactly there. You actually have to look at the empty spot and try it or look at the shape. So I think that's why he's working this a bit differently.
Yeah, that's a very good point. That yeah, certainly the sea's got more detail. You've got the boats, you've got the kind of waves at the bottom, whereas the tops you've got the gradient and maybe some the clouds and things, but not nearly the same level of detail. But he's yeah, going really well, putting
Yeah,
those pieces in
and
really quickly now.
yeah, definitely. Then there's people who mainly look at the pieces and almost ever at the picture. They like to, and they usually do better on the plain sections or like nature puzzles and stuff like that. So
So
that might be behind here.
where do you set in that spectrum between the using the image and not using it?
That's actually interesting because when I started, I was very good in comparison to others with busy puzzles, and I was looking at the image so much. But these days, I have completely done 180 with that, and I barely look at the image. And it's actually something when I have a friend looking at me doing speed puzzling that they're like, just look at the damn image, and you will know where that goes. So yeah, I've kind of like changed my style completely on that, but that's also because I have done majorly those mystery puzzle practices at one point um,
Okay.
to get rid of that habit of looking too much of the image. So I can still do both, but I actually do better these days with more plain images, like the one that I had in the semifinals in the Worlds.
Oh, that's so you had the Paris one. So that was yeah, I guess a lot of shape sorting and yeah, very much just yeah, color shape work and not a lot of detail at all in there. I've got that one at home, so I need to try that soon. Maybe I'll that's the one I'll do my video of. We shall see. It'd be fascinating to but it's I think we were talking about this earlier. It's great to be able to do those where you've got so much kind of good information to get a feel for where you are and
Yeah,
how you may have done at something like the World Championship when you've got those kind of puzzles available.
yeah, definitely. I got just lucky with my semifinal because I did the other rounds puzzles as well. I would have been barely qualifying, and with that puzzle I was 24th, so that's a huge difference.
Yeah,
And it,
I remember your video on that. Yeah, you
yeah,
seem to definitely get the
and
right one.
it all comes down to the fact that how good you are in comparison to others. Obviously, it was also my slowest time in the comparison to the other two puzzles, but ranking wise, definitely my best.
Yeah,
But Tobias is about to finish here,
I
I'm
think so.
pretty sure.
It's just
Yep,
those top pieces, isn't it? Looking really good.
yeah,
Fantastic. What are we on?
they
Just
will
over
fly
40
in.
minutes. Graham's going to be close, slightly under, but yeah, within 30 seconds or so of the finishing time. Four.
And give us thumbs up.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
40 minutes and
I love
22
I love
seconds.
I love the thumbs up as well. It was like very
Yeah,
I'm ready.
very positive. Yeah, well done. Fantastic work.
Because if I will compete on the next one, I'm pretty sure I will forget that, and then I will be like this, and then it will be like good 15 seconds, and then I will come up with my times panically because I forgot.
I'll keep an eye out for that. I'll be watching to make sure I get the time recorded. Have you done a kind of 300 piece? So the next competition is a 300 piece.
Ooh,
Have you done 300 pieces as a kind of competition before?
not in a competition, no. I don't think ever. I cannot think of any competition that even uses smaller puzzles. We have had in Puzzle Tussle, but I also just commentated and never participated. So no, but that's actually very interesting, and I'm very, very interested to actually see what puzzle you have chosen for that one.
I think that was the kind of tip that stuck with me from watching your videos when I was kind of first starting was the to use kind of smaller
Yeah,
puzzles and kind of
yep,
get that feeling for working faster that you can obviously do. So 300, it's so I think I did, I bought some 200s and 99s and 300s. So it's really good to get that
yes,
of working fast. And again, I got the same feeling I did some of the Speed Puzzle Pals kind of competitions where you can just do the same one over and over again. And
yeah,
so to get that feeling of doing a 500 piece puzzle at the kind of the speed you'd like to get to,
yeah.
it's a really good. You kind of get that kind of I don't know, that kind of motor memory, that muscle memory of what it's like to work at those kind of speeds.
Yeah, it is definitely important. I used a running comparison here also that if you happen to go every Sunday for a jog for 10 years, you get stuck on that speed, even though you would have potential and improvements to go faster. But if you don't do any other speed practices that show that you have the capability to go faster, then you just don't. But I think we have a second finish
I think
here,
we
like
do. Freya just coming
pretty
into
much
the
right now.
last couple of pieces. Fantastic. Well done, Freya. 42.54. Brilliant work. Well done.
Nice.
Really good times. Yeah, it's not an easy puzzle, but yeah, really good times. Just over 40 minutes. Let's just have a quick look around who we can get up. I think maybe Michelle.
Yeah, who else? Who else? Who else?
So yeah, Michelle looking good. So mainly just the sky. Ida not too far away now. Hannah also looking really good. Um, yeah, well, let's see who gets third place. Then we'll maybe have a chat to some of our finishers. So having a quick look around everyone else. Make really good progress. Can see lots of text in place. Lots of
Yeah,
horizons.
yeah, I think a lot of people will finish on those middle parts rather than the text that I expected in the beginning.
We're just coming up to 45 minutes. Yeah, you were very close, Graham. I think 23 seconds out. That's a pretty good guess.
Yeah, and it's always better when the guesses are like a little bit faster than the reality.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to say that, yeah, the first one will finish in 50 minutes and then it's like 40 minutes. I prefer it the other way around. So there's like a little bit higher expectations always.
So it's getting close. Yes, so Ida's got that kind of green section at the bottom. The blues are almost in place, almost complete now. So just that kind of greenish, the kind of greenery at the bottom, and a few of those kind of greenish blue pieces from the islands.
Yeah, there is this like a mix of like plenty of palm trees together on that area, I think.
Yes, yeah.
I would just trial and error that. I wouldn't even look at the image. I would just like, whatever, go somewhere, please.
And did you? I mean, with the Paris puzzle, did it get to a point where you did any shape sorting, or do you ever do that? Or
Yeah, I mean, yes, I actually rely more on shape than the visual clues quite often, especially towards the end of the puzzle, but that has those nice stripes. So yes, I didn't necessarily shape sort. Um, or when I do shape sorting, I just put them to the regular pieces and the irregular ones. So
right?
I don't do like the full short because there is like I have the numbers how many Ravensburger has different shape pieces, and usually you have most of those regular pieces. So everything else you can just look at once and find the right ones. But yeah, it was a lot of like all the time I was at least with my left hand just trying one piece. I don't even look sometimes. I just try. I will feel it when it goes in. And then at the same time scanning or doing some looking for specific shapes. So I try to kind of like a multitask is by the way not an actual thing. But I can definitely use my left hand. So that's what I use for monkey work.
And we have a third place. Fantastic. Well done,
Yay!
Ida. 46:30. Fantastic time.
Awesome. Yeah, that is a great time, especially with all this blue and all those greeneries.
Let me just have a look around. Freya, maybe.
Yeah, who might be the next?
I think
I
Michelle's
think,
looking really good for fourth place. And Marina doing really well. Maria. Cool. Okay. Maybe Tobias. I don't know if you're there and would like to have a quick chat.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
hi.
Good
Hi.
evening. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Congratulations. It's a great time. 40 minutes and
Yeah,
22 seconds.
yeah, I managed to keep the pace, but it felt hard in the beginning when I saw the image. But yeah, I started with the text, so you just get to know the picture a little bit more, because that's like one separate puzzle for me, building the text, and then you can tackle the rest of the image.
So yeah, you must have done a few of these now. We've had a few in the EJJs. There was one. Did you do the one a couple of weeks ago with the?
Yeah, I did. So I felt comfortable with the brand and so on. So. And that was even harder, I think, with all the repetitive palm trees.
Yes, yeah. I didn't do that one, but it didn't. It looked fairly tricky with the
Yeah,
yeah, lots of branches and lots of yeah, stems. Yeah.
yeah.
What did you actually, because I don't think we saw you in the beginning on the big screen. What did you start with?
I started with the text, and then I did most of the frame except the blue top, and then I started with the roofs and the building, and then I was a little lost what I should do next because there's nothing easy after that. But I went with the beach, but it's also a bit the same color as the horizon, so I picked out those as well. And then I got into the greenery, starting from the brightest to the darkest.
Yeah.
Michelle just coming in for fourth place.
Oh,
Three more pieces. Two. Fantastic. Well done, Michelle. 49 minutes. Brilliant work.
awesome.
Fantastic. Yeah, and
So close.
Tobias, I got the feeling you were much happy with the image in front of you. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a bit of a
it was a fun.
curveball last time with
Yeah,
when you didn't
that's
have the
a
image.
hard
So
training.
yes, yeah,
Because here, almost every piece had some details here, even if it's not much, but something I can find. Like you talked about the boats and all the greenery leaves. You can find all the small houses as well.
So you were listening to us.
Yeah, and you
Do-
were
Do
correct
you
on the
agree?
most part,
Okay.
except
Okay.
that it's orderly, because in my brain it's just chaos.
Yeah. But I was saying it looks like it's organized. That's a different thing, though.
Okay, yeah, that's good at least.
Yeah, how we feel is completely another thing. On the other hand, I look chaotic, but in my mind, I'm pretty organized, I would say. So I think we're the opposite on that one.
I ended with water and sky, but it was easier than I thought. So it's always good to keep up the pace, even the last part that you have been putting up. So you just keep the speed up.
Well done, Hannah. 5th place, Hannah. Fantastic work.
Ooh,
Just over 50
awesome.
minutes.
Awesome.
Right.
Tobias, are you gonna compete on the next one?
Not the 300 pieces. That's a little too small for my taste, I think. So I got the 500.
Okay, well, good. I'm gonna compete on the next three ones, so
Okay.
I will see you on the arena.
Yeah. And I saw your name as well now when I checked the Danish participant list. So
Oh yeah, I was literally doing it while commentating this because people keep sending me WhatsApp messages. Did you get it done? And I'm like, I'm multitasking here.
yeah.
And are you going to Denmark, Tobias?
Yes, I am. So
Yeah,
that
I was
would
going
be
to say
fun.
it shouldn't be. It's not too far of a journey for you.
Yeah. And I see many of the good Swedes as well. So it's be good competition even for us foreigners there.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
I remember you were there also last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not the year before that when I
No,
was there.
I've just been there last year.
We have missed each other on that,
Yeah,
that
but
place, but this year. I mean next year.
Yeah.
Looks like it should be quite a bit bigger next year as well than this year. Looking
Yeah, I
at
hope so.
number of people, because I think it was fairly limited and very limited with a number of overseas people that could be in the final, I think.
Yeah, and last year I could just make it to the Sunday with the individuals, but this year I will do all the competitions.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. I can join this Swedish crew over there because I don't know
Yeah.
if any Finnish people are coming.
Yeah, so that'll be first chance for you and the two Amelias to get together and puzzle, and then again in Sweden.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have what are the other bigger events you'd like to get to, Tobias? Anything in the diary for
Waiting
next year?
for the info about the international competitions for next year. So we'll see about those. But I will go to Berlin in 1.5 weeks to do the Schmidt Championship. That will be fun.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Schmidt.
I was trying to register there, but I was kind of like one day late and they already sold out. I think the teams one, and then I was kind of like, do I just go for the individual or no? But yeah, I would have loved to do that one. Gosh, now I'm even more annoyed.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
That's a new one, so we'll see. It's always fun to do some travel and try some new competitions.
Yeah.
And then we're planning. Yeah. Sorry.
Are you part of a team over there? Are you going with some other people?
No, I couldn't manage a speed puzzle team, so I do a family team.
Okay.
For fun.
Well, that's a good team to be in, I would say. So yeah, definitely. If you ever going to any events and you're looking for teammates, know where to find me, please.
You're traveling all over wherever there's puzzle competition.
I know, that's why I couldn't compete today, because I could not get the puzzle here where I am now. So yeah, but I definitely I'm just putting this out there everywhere that please everybody just invite me everywhere. I'm very much willing to travel every second day. My husband is next to me and he's not amused.
Got contacted by the British online competition Puzzle Guzzle, so I will get some puzzles for that as well when I meet them there, so I can try those competitions as well. So that's fun.
I don't know if you've seen as well. They've someone who's organising what they call the World Series in Munich
Yeah.
Yeah,
next year. That looks. I don't know if
that
you know
sounds fun as well.
anything about it, but it looks like it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to that one. I don't know when it is, but I'm going.
Yeah, whenever it is, definitely go. So I think what is it, six rounds of different challenges and
Yeah.
things. So
Yeah.
fantastic,
And
fascinating to see what they've
that
put
is
together.
actually what we discussed with Tobias, and I think we had Kiara and Sarah
Yeah.
on my YouTube video like year and a half ago, and we were actually
Exactly.
talking about this method that it should be rounds with different type of puzzles.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's
actually
kind of the
happy to
next
see.
level to really see who's the fastest overall. So it's not luck
Yeah.
based or in any way.
So I'm actually happy to see somebody take action on it and like see how it will go in real life.
Yeah. It's always fun to see how the sport is evolving and trying new things.
Yeah, definitely. If you have not seen this video and you're watching this live stream right now, go. It's on my channel. You will find it if you just scroll down and see Sophia's face on it. So we will have some great tips there as well. I think we were playing like online puzzle game that I really sucked at, but it was fun.
Fantastic. Looks like Ida Alsen's just about to finish. Just finishing with that writing. Marina looking good. Freya looking good. Yeah, lots of people. It's going to get some lots of finishes close together, I think, coming up soon. Yeah, well, Tobias, congratulations again. Glad you got the image. So it was back to something you're more comfortable doing tonight. And yeah, we'll see you again for not the next competition, but the one after that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Cheers. Bye. Okay, I think Ida's left Freya. I don't know if you're available for a chat. There. Hi, Freya.
Yes. Hi.
Congratulations. Second place.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you for a nice puzzle.
Did you enjoy it? Is it a brand you've done before?
Yeah, I done a few of the EJJs once. It was actually the brand of my first EJJ.
Oh,
So
okay. Which puzzle
I
was
really
that?
like.
Was that the?
I really like. It's like the matte finish.
Yes, yeah. I think we were talking about that earlier. That kind of slightly, the slightly soft velvety feel.
Yeah.
Was the one that you did in EJJ, was it the Italy one?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you find this one or that one easier?
I think that one, but I think I did this one faster. I think that one was around 44 minutes, but it was also a half year ago, so.
Yeah, cannot exactly compare because you're progressing so fast.
Yeah. But you're.
I remember that one very well. Actually, it was the first time I got under an hour in a competition.
Ooh.
So that one really sticks in my head as well.
Yeah, I just remember people had problem with like the image in the box was not the same. But I mean, I never look at the box, so for me, it's not a problem.
Yeah, that's a good skill to have in those kind of scenarios, and also that really helps if I don't know if you have noticed this, but some photograph images, especially the colors are not actually matching.
Yeah.
So then if you look at too much the image, you're just like confused of like there is no such color in this whole thing. But if you are just like you just focus on the pieces and just put the pieces together and see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
Well done,
But I
Ida.
think
Great
this
work.
one was easier than the last one they had in the AJJs with all the palm trees, like Tobias said.
Yeah, that one definitely looked tricky. It was lots of trees that all looked very similar.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at their catalog right now because I have not actually seen that EJJ. So yeah, I think I found it interesting. Yeah, I really like this puzzle. How do you like the surface of these pieces? It's a little bit soft.
I like it. because it's not no glare for the lighting. But I mean, I feel it in my fingers now that I have touched a lot of those pieces. But I like it, and I like the cut as well. It fits easily, and you don't have to push so hard. Some brands you need to like really push down the pieces. You're tired in your hands after, but
Yeah, I really like the brand. It'll be interesting to see. They haven't put out any new puzzles for a little while, so it'll be interesting to see if if they come up with some new designs soon.
yeah, maybe they could do a Sweden or Finnish one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, they could put like I have a whole concept here. They could put like a nice northern lights in there that would create the gradients of it, and it could have like some snow hills maybe.
Yeah,
And,
so a lot of white pieces. That's what you're
Yeah.
wishing for.
Yeah, but you can create the gradients with it, and maybe some like it could still have like a red little house with a smoke coming out of the, I don't know what is it called in English, but you know where the smoke is coming from. Yeah.
Some reindeers,
Yeah, and some
seeing people maybe.
trees and stuff. Yeah, we have the whole image here. Like, who do we sell this to?
See the last few pieces going in for Freya. Finishing
Yeah,
on
I'm
that
going to
text. We've seen a few people finishing on that text, haven't we?
Okay, so I wasn't completely off, but I think this is definitely one of those puzzles that you can do in multiple different orders and still like have your fastest time, that it's not like a mistake to do it in some other order.
Yeah.
Where did you finish, Freya?
I finished with the water.
Yeah, we
I
have
did
definitely
it in the
seen.
beginning.
I think the only thing we haven't seen with this one that nobody would finish with the building. So we have seen people finishing with the tech, with the water, and then also with the palm trees. So
Yeah.
Well done, Freya. Congratulations. 101, just over an hour. Let's see who else we can bring up. Oh, it's getting tough to choose lots of people very close now. Let's take a quick look at Lynn. Yeah, Lynn's looking very close. Marina, Maria, very close to each other. Will you make it to the Danish Championships? Is that something that's on your calendar for next year, Freya?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic, excellent. I think it was a lot of people here tonight that are planning to make that trip.
So that's why I had to finish so I could register.
Oh, okay. And have you done that? Did you manage? Is it working okay now? Have you managed to get your spot?
Yeah, now it's working. But before I was just like refreshing the page.
it's like crazy how passionate and obsessed we speed puzzlers are when registration to something opens. Like everybody's like, I swear to God, no speed puzzler celebrates New Year's Eve because every time we're like we know there is space on the day before, after, but in the world we're like, I'm gonna register when the minute changes.
Yeah, and last year I registered for the Danish like 2 days before, so.
Yeah, I have also done that. I have done also like I think Norway was something that I decided like 2 days before or something, and then I just went there. So it's like either way, either like last minute decision, or you're like, I'm going there and I will register on the first second that it's possible.
Yeah, but for me, the Danish one is like 1 hour drive from here, but for you, Norway is a bit longer.
Yeah. From Finland, we usually actually take a ship with a car to Sweden, and then we can drive. So yeah, but it is, I don't know if I will fly there. I think last time we did take flights to Denmark. Looking at my husband for a confirmation. Yes. But we'll see what I will do, because there's also the Belgium. No, wait, Belgium nationals is at the Swedish nationals. I'm already mixing up all these nationals because I'm going to so many. But you have to also see that if there's other competitions, then you maybe want to kind of like either drive around or not go
Lynn.
back and
Congratulations.
forth. Woo.
So are you choosing? No, the Belgium is the weekend after the Swedish.
Yeah. yeah, I'm going also there. So
Are
I
you
don't.
going for everyone?
Yes, do everything and everything I can go to and all categories. And I don't even have a pair or team yet for the Belgium Championship, but I'll figure that out.
Yeah, it sounds nice to travel a lot.
Yeah, my warrant may disagree, but
Well done, Sixten. Congratulations. Great time. Lots of finishes coming in now. Let's take a look at
yeah,
Maria.
yeah, a lot of people coming in at the same time. I'm actually having a look at the live stream because I cannot see everybody's screen here, so I'm like getting a little bit panicky. But good, Robert is at it, looking at everybody's finishes.
Sanna's getting very close. Yeah, another person finishing with that text.
What is our time limit today, by the way?
2 hours.
Okay.
So we're at 1:05 now. So I think everyone looking really, really good. We'll hopefully get another full field of finishers. Brilliant. Well done, Sanna.
Nice. I love that angle.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Being able to see it so like that is perfect. And Marina and Maria often competing as a team, very close. Not quite sure who's gonna take that. Very close battle. And Freya, are you in the next one, the 300 piece one?
Yes, I did order it last week, so I got it.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, it's going to be it should be a good fun one, that one.
Yes.
I was
So
thinking.
it's my first competition with 300 pieces, so.
I think it was for a lot of people. I was thinking maybe it would be a different group, and maybe but yeah, I think everyone that I think it's lots of the usual faces, fancy a slightly different challenge. So it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And when did you release the new competitions?
So I'll release the dates. I think the dates will be out tomorrow, and then they'll be available after the I think it's number 10 on the 8th of December.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there'll be more information coming. Within the next couple of days. Cool. Fantastic. Thanks so much, Freya, for being with us, and congratulations on another fantastic time.
Thank you for choosing such a nice picture.
You're welcome. And looking forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Okay, Maria finishes and Marina within 3 seconds of each other. Amazing.
Nice. So close.
Yeah, it's fun to see people who are normally a pair finishing so close to each other. Maria, first time, but looking really good. Lisa as well.
Yeah, the 300 piece is going to be very interesting. I almost rather have 1,000 piece for the competition because here's my theory. It's not actually a theory, it's a fact. But like with 1,000 piece, you can do actually quite plenty of mistakes and you can kind of like compensate them later on. But with the 300 piece, especially if it's easy one, you have no room for mistakes if you want to be like on the podium. Because it's going to be just so quickly done in comparison to 500 piece. Of course, depends on the difficulty level, but
is that something you still do? The kind of smaller puzzles with kind of less than 500. Is that something you still do for training?
Weekly basis, I recommend to everybody. That's like one thing I would never like. That's kind of like ongoing
well done, Maria.
practice.
Congratulations.
Everybody. Ooh, more finishes. But yeah, smaller puzzles always. That's something universal and applies to everybody, I would say.
Yeah. No, it's such a such a good tip, because again, I hadn't thought of it until I saw that suggestion from you. So yeah.
Yeah, that's why I shared kind of like more general tips on the videos that I have public for everybody, and then on the coaching program it's like more personalized and like explaining like this fits to this kind of person and this for this problem and blah 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 blah, which I couldn't do in a normal video unless I want to do it for like 3 hour long. So
No, that makes a lot of sense. So let's have a look. How many people have we had finishing now? We've got 13 finishes. Fantastic. Aina looking good. Ziv, Lisa, all with a similar number of pieces. Yeah, looking around, there's lots of people with a very similar position now. So I think this, yeah, I think it's times like this. I think I felt it with the EJJ the other night, when you've kind of done the easy bits and you get to that point where there's nothing obvious maybe left, and that kind of that's, I think for me, certainly where that kind of the mental side of it comes in more and more. And you know, you're kind of trying to keep going. You know, you can't go exactly the same speed, but trying to keep that pace up.
yeah.
When there's nothing obvious to work on.
Yeah, I always tell people that keep at least your hands moving, which sounds very stupid, but I literally mean keeps your hands moving even if you're not doing anything. Because it at least keeps the physical movement going on, so it also indicates to your brain that let's go, let's do something. Because if you stop and do this, your whole everything kind of like shuts down. And then when you do find something, you have to kind of like a restart. It's like a car that if you stop and then you have to restart completely again. So you want to have, and I call this the DJ hands, because I just push pieces around if I don't do anything. But you see this even with the top speed bosses. If you ever watch like Alejandro or Chris from Poland, for example, if you actually look how often they actually put a piece in, and just when they're just literally pushing the pieces around, it's quite 50-50.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I was watching a video of Alejandro from somewhere the other day, and you can really notice the constant, almost twitching hands. You know, they're always doing something. They're always moving to some extent.
Yeah, definitely. Always keep it moving, and good slogan: if you do nothing, do something.
Yeah, so it's still lots of people coming up to maybe 30-40 pieces left.
Yeah, it's really. I like the lines that there's like these waves that those are creating. What I actually didn't see too much today anybody doing is just putting like pieces together outside. I think I mentioned this also last week. Putting pieces together just because they go together without actually trying to take piece by piece and try to put it somewhere inside the frame.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we talked about that last time.
Yeah.
I've kind of noticed a couple of times when when I've been speed puzzling at home since then, that I really don't. It's not something I do. I'm always looking for those connections and adding to things that are already there.
Yeah.
So that's a really interesting tip, and
Yeah, but once again, it's not
like
something. Once again, it's not like something like that. That's the main style of doing. But I would say that if we talk about the fastest people, they use multiple things simultaneously. So they do pick up the piece, put it inside of the frame, kind of like this grid solve, as the Americans at least used to call it. And they also sometimes put just random islands together, random pieces there, or just randomly jump around while still also kind of main focusing on something. So it's just like a lot of things coming together, a lot of like different skills that you combine. It's not like, okay, the grid solve is the best way to do, or it's the best way to build islands. It's more like a combination of different things.
absolutely. Miriam just finishing off last couple of pieces. Fantastic, well done, Miriam. Congratulations. Great time, 1:14:27. Really good. Let's bring up Civ. Just a few pieces left. That kind of yeah, it's the sea and the hills, but looking really good. Oh, we did lose. We lost Cotta at some point, but I think she's on with Linda, so I think we'll be able to see her okay. There we go. And yeah, the other thing I noticed the other night is just how important the light is. Now the dark evenings have set in. I need to find some a new light source that doesn't have the, as soon as you get that glare, it makes it so difficult, especially if the especially if the colours are not particularly obvious.
Yeah, that's definitely a one thing, and I really liked this brand also for the thing that I work on my kitchen counter a lot of times when I do competitions.
Well done,
And
Siv.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we do have this very spotty light, but I cannot use that if the brand is something with the quality that's a lot of glare, because it's like too much light, artificial light. But when it's brand like this, I can totally put that on, and it's helping so much.
Yeah, it's very difficult thing to get right. And like you say, something that works perfectly for one brand, you try something else and it's just not you don't get the
Yeah.
same results at all.
Definitely. I'm gonna do a magic trick and change a device that I'm commentating from. So
Okay.
let's see how this goes. I'm gonna exit and re-enter. Just 1 second. Is this working?
It is, yes, yeah. Well done, Aina. I think we've got a missing piece possibly. Let me know if you don't find it, and we'll sort it out for you. So yeah, I can see one missing piece there.
Yeah, I don't know. I have had, like I said, I had one extra piece with this brand. I've never had a missing piece, but sometimes it just I don't think one missing piece is too much of a big deal, but sometimes or often it's inside of the plastic bag.
Yeah, or on the floor, or yeah, under the box or under the poster or something. They normally crop up.
Yeah, most definitely.
Ailin just finishing off. Fantastic work. Congratulations, well done. 1:17:49.
Oh, I by the way love that I can see on Marlene's screen that she has this like a blue puzzle piece sorter.
Oh yes, yeah, they're
Yes,
very handy.
that one,
Yeah,
that one.
yeah, those are good. I like those. Well done, Marlin. Fantastic. Just going to have a quick look at Anne Louise because I can't quite see the. Okay, yeah, some pieces left there.
Oh no, piece is missing.
Oh, okay. That's fine. We'll sort that out. Make a note so I don't forget. At least looking good. Just that last kind of hole, that kind of a C pieces to fill in. Carolina looking good. Yeah, we've still got 40 minutes left, so hopefully again another full set of finishes, which is always good.
Yeah, This is actually surprising. I'm now on my phone because I'm multitasking once again. This is my life. Sorry for that.
That's quite all right.
But I realized I can actually see a little bit better people's screens on my phone than on my laptop, which is actually very surprising.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get to see you get to see all the pictures better on the phone
Yeah,
than on the laptop?
it's more focused on everybody's puzzle, whereas the other ones are they're like kind of like wide. I may have a small internet description because it's gonna change from the house Wi-Fi to mobile Wi-Fi, which is
Yeah, I kind of always assume everyone can see the same as me, but obviously, of course, that's not the case at all. At least just with a few pieces left. Oh, I've lost Amelia.
Let me see. I think I lost connection. Can you still hear?
Not very well. You're breaking up quite a lot.
What about now?
That's a bit better. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and outside as well. Oh no, lost you again.
Yeah, yeah. It's the moment when it's changed. Oh, they lost me again.
Oh, fantastic! We get a little tour as well. Well done, Lisa.
Yeah, let's see if I can find some cats. Where's the street cat?
So
It would have been quite epic if I was actually in that place.
Whereabouts are you exactly?
Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm in the Middle East.
Right.
I wish it was a little bit more light here so I could actually show you around. It's a pretty nice view here, but it's already so dark.
Yeah, we can see a few lights and things, but not a great deal. You're still breaking up a little bit, but I think we can hear most of what's going on.
Yes, I try to be mindful with the amount of words coming out of my mouth. So
no, that's quite all right. No, it was breaking up, but it's much better now. Just have a look around, make sure we don't miss anyone.
Yeah, you can definitely see that this is the harder parts of the puzzle that everybody's working on now. I have a feeling that I'm cutting off again.
A bit, yes, yeah. It's kind of cutting in and out. Yeah, I think I've lost you for now.
You're still cutting off.
They lost me. I could technically put the data roaming on.
Okay.
Let me see.
But then you need to disable the Wi-Fi.
First on.
He's just coming up to the last few pieces.
Disable the Wi-Fi.
Okay, now I'm on 5G. Does that work better?
That's much better, yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I'm just gonna get. Yeah, we changed from 5. I just had to put the data roaming on. So.
Okay, yeah.
But
well,
it's fine.
Don't. Let's keep you if it's going to cost you a fortune. I know the roaming can be expensive. So.
Nah, I think it's fine. I've seen the text messages telling me the prices. But yeah, I totally forgot that because I'm usually traveling within the Europe where basically if you have a contract from Finland, it works everywhere with the same price that we have. I didn't even realize that I'm like not on the normal connection. But here we are, and everybody's doing well with the puzzle. I can see everybody.
They are. I think we've got Anne-Louise. I can't quite see the whole puzzle, but I think she's just the last few pieces. It's okay. Don't worry, Anne-Louise. Concentrate on the thing. Oh, there we go. So yeah, just those top palm trees, maybe a bit of that green section at the bottom to go.
Yeah, but sometimes it's actually interesting because when we do the puzzle tussles, I cannot see everybody's screen fully because we do it on Instagram and it's a different crop of the screen. And it's always fun to speculate how far people are because you cannot see fully if they have actually done the other side of the puzzle or no.
See Marlon getting some help from the cat. How did the puzzle tussles? How did that start? Where did the whose idea was that to start that going?
That was definitely not my idea. So originally, Ellie and Catherine was basically having, it wasn't even called Puzzle Tussle back then, but they did a puzzled against each other before the Worlds of 2023. And then they did it once after that, and they were just asking, does anybody want to join as a commentator? And, you know, I just slide into their DMs as I often do. And then we got SJ joined, I think, like one race later. And then there was this thing that we called it Puzzle Battle at that point. And there is also some other event on Instagram in the puzzle community that is called Puzzle Battle. So we changed the names because of that. And we did not choose the name Puzzle Tussle, by the way. We made a vote on that. And it was like a stupid name idea. And somebody just went and voted on it like 27 times. I think it was the same person. So that's how we ended up with Puzzle Tussle. But I've learned it. I grown on it, so now it works. But when I heard that word for the first time, I've never heard the word tussle in my life. So I was like, eh.
Well done, Anne-Louise. Fantastic. Hope you got your Denmark place as well. Yeah, it's been yeah, fun to watch some of those, and it's it's so good with all these different formats and different people starting these things up. I saw there's a couple of new competitions in Germany. The relay that looks a lot of fun. Seen a couple of people posting videos about doing the relays, but I haven't had a chance to do one yet. They look like Is that something have you done a relay before?
No, I haven't. It's one of the practices that I do recommend though when I coach pairs or actually even similar for solo practice, one of them. But I really want to participate one of those, and I was so sad because I was in Netherlands before I came here, and they actually had one of those relay events, but it was literally like one day after I have to leave. I was like, no, if I would have known, well, that would have helped because I came here for the wedding, but but still, I would love to participate one of those.
And if you had still, I think was that after the two marathons, you still had a bit of energy left for some more events.
Yeah, I would have definitely done it unless I needed to really be here for other reasons.
And then so you've got another week or so before you're home. Are you ready to about ready to go home, or are you enjoying being away and having that time away?
I got a feeling at this point I've been so long away from Finland that I'm almost like not even remembering that place. You know, I honestly haven't thought about it. Like I haven't thought about home as a place. Also because of course here I'm with my husband, so it's not that different.
No, of course, yeah, that's nice, yeah, that you've been able to travel together. And is he planning to do events next year? Is he getting more and more into the puzzling, or what's his kind of feeling towards it now?
No, Daniel doesn't really do puzzles. He's just doing this with his head next to me. So we take this as a no. So yeah, he hasn't been traveling with me to the puzzle events. So yeah, we will have to figure that out because I think he starts complaining that I'm a little bit too much away from home, but we'll see.
No complaints.
I think they can hear you.
Well done, Teresa.
And the whole thing.
Congratulations. Another finisher under 1 hour 30. Fantastic.
Yeah, how much we have time left because the timer I actually cannot see on this one.
So we just come up to 1 hour 30. Carolina finished as well. Fantastic. Marlin looking really good. Let's bring up. I've lost Camilla. Oh, there we go. We missed one finisher. Cotta, I think, had problems with the camera, so we missed her. But other than that, yeah, looking really good. So see, yeah, Linda still with a frame to do. So looks like she's leaving the frame till last. But see the other complete puzzle next to her. Marlin really good. Just that text to finish off with. Camilla, that C section. But yeah, everyone looking really good, really strong.
Yeah, and everybody's definitely like still moving. Nobody has stopped doing the puzzle. Everybody seems to have like the next what they're working on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Sorry.
I think when we were in one of the marathons, there was this. So they had actually a lot of these Jan van Hasteren puzzles, and they had one of those like impossible Jan van Hasteren, which was like just sheep everywhere. And that was the moment that we had 4 people and nobody's moving, nobody's hands is moving, everybody's just blank staring at it. And that was kind of like funny, but that rarely happens in any speed puzzling competition. No matter what your speed level, everybody's always still keeps going, keeps doing stuff and putting pieces in.
Was that in the middle of the night you were trying to do the?
No, that wasn't actually in the middle of the night. That was either in the next morning, but it was definitely a daytime, so it wasn't in the middle of the. We had this horrible ice skating ring, the 2000 piece from Jan van Hasteren in the middle of the night.
Okay.
And that was pretty painful, but it was the only puzzle that we as a team did the faster than any other team. We were even faster than Teresa's team, and I'm very proud of that.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
obviously they beat us like by a puzzle or 2, but like if we just look at the individual times for each puzzles, I was very proud of that.
I hope it wasn't quite bad as the. I think I was watching the video of the event from last time, and it was the kind of snow leopard and the tiger, and just in a kind of wintry background. That
Yeah.
was taking people 6-7 hours to do.
Yeah, it was actually also one of the puzzles that we had like 8 in our team, and we all actually did that puzzle at one point. So it was a great team effort as well.
Go Marlin, just that text to do, looking really good.
You can see some buildings.
Yeah, definitely sees that. Yeah, oh yeah, there's some lights in the background. No cats yet.
No cats. I can't believe there's cats everywhere, and now I cannot find one. But oh, apparently they are not here on the nighttime. I see. But yeah, this is like a multitasking on the next level. But we had one puzzle where I was eating breakfast and doing my makeup because I also had to go somewhere. So this is like nothing. This is not an inconvenience to me.
No, that's fine. Always good to do a few things at once.
Are you gonna enter to the?
Okay, Daniel, how are we gonna do this?
Just gonna enter and copy paste.
Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be ultimate multitasking. I hope people are enjoying, because I'm still enjoying watching this puzzling going on here.
I think we're just more interested in see what's going on there at the moment. No, got Marlin. Yeah, just the bottom row of text all in place, looking good.
But what about the music?
Camilla also, yeah, with that yeah, that horizon done and those kind of mountains done. Linda, oh yeah, we can see the kind of most of that bottom frame in place now, looking good. With about 25 minutes to go.
I have one quick question, Robert. Can you hear music in my background now?
No, not at all.
They cannot hear it, so
Okay.
that's good. I don't want to get you like a copyright strike on your YouTube.
Oh, so oh, actually, yeah, I can just hear a slight beat, but nothing,
Yeah,
nothing
let's
more
see.
than
I'm working on it.
that. So yeah, it looks like looking at the Danish site. Looks like all the people have got their registrations in.
Let me.
Really close, Marlin. Go, Marlin. Linda as well. Good. Good with that sky. Working on that sky section, and then Camilla with the sea and the mountains. All looking really good for a finish within 2 hours.
Yeah, we still have what, 25 minutes left,
Yeah,
or?
at 25 minutes.
Great. I found myself a place to sit down,
Oh,
so I'm
fantastic.
all good.
Oh,
Yes.
good. I
This
appreciate you
works.
joining with yeah, with all the other stuff going on and from such a distance. So yeah, thanks for joining.
No problem. It's a pleasure to be here. Just the schedule here, this is a little bit more similar to, well, you've been in Valladolid, so the culture is a little bit, some things happen mañana and some things happen like right now.
Yeah, not quite the same level of planning as Scandinavia maybe. Everything has to be yeah, just at the right time.
Yeah, like everything is like planned and you have to know beforehand and it's exactly on that time and nothing else. Very different. But it's also actually very nice in Paso community. You get to meet people from different cultures and communities and that as well. So I feel like at least in Spain, I'm just able to laugh at this like whole mañana culture. It's just so funny to me at this point.
I think I really noticed that when we still lived in the UK and got to meet a lot of Scandinavian people, and we would have a party. Oh, we say oh, we're having a party on Saturday night, and people would want to know kind of what time to come, and it's like, why do you need this on Saturday night? Turn up. No, we need to know. Okay, it's at 7 o'clock, and at 7 o'clock there'd be all the Scandinavians would come, and then the British people would kind of come in, whatever time they felt like, or when the pubs closed or whatever. So yeah, that was I think my first introduction to the to Scandinavian timekeeping.
Yeah, I think mine is about the Finnish, maybe. Looks like the
Yeah.
last piece is maybe going in right now. And you see the speed of the hands, they're like really going. Turning. Yeah, and
Fantastic.
thumbs
Well
up.
done, Marlin. Excellent work.
Awesome. Love that. I don't know, is this also a Swedish thing? But one of the biggest difference is that when I go to people's house in Finland, you cannot go inside somebody's house with the shoes on. You take them off immediately. And this seems to be elsewhere, like very weird. People look at me, I'm like a weirdo when I start taking off my shoes when I enter their house.
No, certainly it's like that in Sweden, but yeah, coming from the UK, not at all. It's yeah, quite unusual. I'm in such a habit now that I do it when I'm back in the UK, and I think maybe some people have started doing it more in the UK, but it's still not very usual at all. Still get some slightly strange looks when you do it.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of differences. One has been, if you follow my YouTube, you know this is already a classic at this point. I cannot open doors in any other country. It's pretty ridiculous at this point. No, in Netherlands, I've been in trouble so many times. In Germany, trouble so many times. I just cannot open it because the key is different.
And with door, I get some funny looks about with holding doors open for people, which is just such a, in the UK it's just kind of what you do. You open the door and kind of let people through, and it's yeah, I've had some funny looks here from
Yeah.
doing that for people.
Yeah, just like the small things that you don't even think about them until you go somewhere else and people start looking at you like, huh?
It's fun. It's fun to experience that.
And also, I don't know, does this ever happen to you? But you do puzzles with the locations, and you get a little bit of like a travel fever.
Oh, all the time. Yeah, all the time. Well, this one, for example, it's like about this time of year I could do with being on a kind of beach like that somewhere. Yeah, but not quite as much rain and darkness as we got here right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's also like interesting here. It's very obviously different than in Finland. It's pretty hot, but it gets dark here also very soon, like 4 p.m. or something. So it's not actually that much sunlight I get to enjoy more because I still have to work during the office hours. But
No, I think that's one of the hardest bit about winter anyway, isn't it? That kind of feeling of it's dark when you go to work, it's dark when you come out, and you miss that whole kind of you miss all of
yeah,
that daylight.
yeah. It's actually so weird. But then on the other hand, on the summer, it's only sun. I remember I don't do this anymore, but like when I was a lot more like younger, my early 20s, and you go to the bar, so you basically, because you were in the bar so long that you missed the dark time because it was just
Okay.
few hours. So you went to the bar when it was still sunny, and when the bar closes, it was sunny again. Goes both ways.
Yes, yeah. I can see that would be that would have its own problems doing it that way as well as yeah, same as missing the daylight.
Yeah, but it's you can see it definitely getting harder to do puzzles, but I think that's also actually a blessing for the Nordic people because when we go to competitions and if they are in some kind of like an inside in indoor hall, they usually have artificial light, and I think we're more used to also doing puzzles in artificial light, just because we have to at least have half time of the year. Because we don't have the natural light unless you're free to puzzle in the middle of the day.
How did you find the light at the World Championships? Did you have any of the evening sessions?
I think I had the last one, like the last round of that day for the classification rounds, and my problem was actually that they changed the lights in the middle of it.
Oh wow.
Which was very, very interesting. So I think we started the round and then they realized that it's getting darker already. So then they put like more lights on. But it was interesting because I would have rather have not that because when they put so much lights on it was like after 15 minutes since we started, you need to calibrate your whole eye again for all the colors and everything. So I would almost like rather have them not to do that. But I think they just forgot to do it before we started the round. But I've never had an issue with the light over there. I don't really actually even pay attention to it. It's very interesting when people are always talking about like, oh, how was the light in there? I didn't like it. I've never paid attention to it in a competition. Never.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because you do. Some people find it. I know I've seen lots of comments that it's really difficult, and yeah, that they use kind of color lighting, and you get kind of red lights and things. But yeah, I think maybe as you say, if we're used to being so used to that kind of artificial light, maybe that really helps.
Yeah, in 2023, I remember I had the very last round. It was super late that year, and I had no other problems, but I should use glasses. As you can see, I don't always use them. But the problem was that, the dome, it changes colors, which doesn't actually impact the light necessarily, but because it has like those little light dots in the roof, so my glasses had the reflection of them. And then that keeps changing the color, so I had like a party on my glasses going on that whole time.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, in Canada, you take your shoes off when you go in a house as well. So it's not just Scandinavia.
Yeah, that's good to know. I was in the Netherlands seeing a business friend of mine, and I started taking my shoes off, right? And he was like, "You don't need to do that." And I'm like, I'm a Finnish person. I will not walk into this house with the shoes. And he almost like panicked, like, "Oh, let me find you then like some other shoes you can use." And I'm like, "So you don't get like cold feet?" And I'm like, like I always walk with my socks on in the house, so it was so hard for to understand each other. Like actually, I literally in Finland and actually even here a lot of times I even walk without shoes outside. I think it's actually healthier for your feet. I'm not a professional on this field, but I think some like a doctor or physiotherapist can confirm this. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
definitely don't get a
nice.
cold
It's
feet.
definitely nice. Yeah, have a good walking bare feet. But yeah, if it's Canada as well, maybe it's to do with climate and places where you get a lot of kind of snow and things. Because walking around in the house in shoes when it's been snowing is not really gonna work, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that would make sense. In my point of view, it's just weird because I'm like, do you like how often do you have to clean your floors? Because I would not be doing like no, and I feel like the floor must be like consumed more. That's not the right English word, but you know what I mean. Because if you have rocks in the bottom of your shoe, it does damage the floor quicker. It must.
It does definitely.
And I already have a monster dog, so that's enough already.
Okay. Oh, wow,
Dirt.
okay. Yeah, that's gonna. Can't really get them to clean their feet particularly well when they come in. What sort is it? What kind of dog have you got?
Sorry?
What kind of dog is it?
Pigeon have a niche, so it's like a small furry ball of
Okay.
7 kilos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Decent size.
Yeah, it's a lot of, especially when it's like a rainy weather and a lot of mud. It's pretty horrible, to be honest. But we do have this robot that cleans up after him. So
Okay, about 15 minutes to go. Still confident everyone can finish this off. Looking really good. Camilla getting those C pieces in, and then Linda on that kind of sky section.
I just got a text message. You have been using 80% of your today's internet package. So I actually did have a package that I can use for free here, apparently.
Oh, that's good. You've got 20%,
Yeah.
20% left before they
Yeah,
start
that will
charging
be
you,
enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I can put it in. I have two phones. I have work phone, and so I can put it on the. Well, what do you call it? Not reimbursement, but like a deductions.
On your expenses.
Yeah, expenses. Yeah, this will count.
Just looking at the Danish championship site, it's looking at 130 in for the individuals already. I think there was a.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, lots of familiar Swedish names. Yeah, 86 pairs already.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is. People are clearly like very on time with this because it also takes time to find a pair and team. We basically
absolutely.
agreed on this last week, I think.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
Like literally.
And
We
I
were
think
right
yeah,
on time.
and that was really only that was really only for Swedish, wasn't it? I thought, oh yeah, let's do
Yeah.
Denmark as well.
Yeah,
Little
this is.
warm up.
I feel like this is the only community you can do like a random commentary and just end up talking with the person for the first. It was actually the first time we talking with Emilia, like that we see each other, and we were like, yeah, let's go to Denmark too.
That's
Let's do
right.
it.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Done deal.
And then how did because Cameron, you were within Luxembourg, I think, for competition there. How did that come about? How did you end up contacting him, or had you met before? Yeah, yeah. You can tell us, Cameron. Brilliant. Well done, Camilla. Fantastic work. Brilliant. Well done. Very briefly, yeah, yeah. I think we were rushing backwards and forwards between the puzzle room and the cafe, or yeah. Okay. I see. Oh, so you'd already agreed to do Luxembourg, and then yeah, just happened to bump into each other. Oh, Cameron's telling me you had actually met before as well, so there's obviously maybe another time that slipped your memory as well. But yeah, he says you both registered for a team in Luxembourg, but with no other team members. No. We have about 6.5 minutes left. Yeah, that must be it's difficult enough when people don't know you from YouTube and things. Sorry, I'm just gonna the there we go. The live stream paused. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, so many people coming to like say hello to you with it because they've seen you on YouTube and stuff, and yeah, trying to decide Whether you know
Yeah,
them,
but
whether just being friendly, yeah, it's
yeah, it's really hard to know. And when I already know I have the issue that I don't recognize sometimes people I should, it's even makes it more harder because I'm just like processing. But yeah, Richard so far was the most confusing because of the Finnish, and I did not see that coming. And of course, I assumed that then he must be Finnish, and then I'm like, then I must know him. But it's so funny because his Finnish is like perfect. But I think he's working as a translator or something in the Brussels. So that's why obviously he's not Finnish, but he lived here for 6 years or something. So his Finnish sounds like native, and it's
okay.
very confusing.
That's a
Yeah,
good.
I'm actually a bit jealous because I saw on his Facebook that he does more advanced crosswords in Finnish than I do. And
Wow.
that's pretty annoying because I also do crosswords and I'm like, okay, cool.
That's a good level to get up to in 6 years or however long he said he lived there. Because it's not
Yeah.
not an easy language to. But I guess if he's working as a translator, then he's got those kind of
Yeah.
got
Yeah, and
those
at least
skills
you
to
don't
pick
mix
it
it up.
up and yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah, but yeah, it's also I was texting him when I was in Valladolid, and because we started talking in Finnish, so now he texts me in Finnish, and I don't actually use Finnish because I speak English in my household. I work in English, so I think in English, I dream in English has been like that for over a decade. So I couldn't conjugate the word Valladolid in Finnish the way we use the preposition with it, and I was trying to text him. I had to Google how to use that word because this is super awkward if I now conjugate this word incorrectly.
Oh, that's so funny.
We are not
Come on,
too
Linda.
far.
Come on, Linda.
Yeah,
We believe in you. You can do it. Just a couple of rows.
it's gonna be close anyway. So like such a brilliant job there anyway.
Yeah, really close.
And like not stopping, you can see there's kind of like this trial and error going on, which I love. Everybody should learn how to do trial and error. It's actually mentally hard to do because it goes against every logic that you have and common sense that you just try piece in every place you can think of.
Yeah, I guess it gets to that point, doesn't it, where you've got the kind of gaps you've got to thin, so whatever piece you pick up is gonna fit in somewhere. It's gonna connect to something.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
just
and
finding that spot.
yeah, and trial and error is often actually faster than trying to look for the visual clues. If you see, in, for example, Kristen from Norway, the puzzle, the postcard, she just picks up the piece of the easy part, and she's almost already looking for the next piece, and she's just trying like 7 times. It will go because this is very fast movement to do 7 times. It's actually faster than if you like stop and scan and look like, okay, there it goes, and then put it. So that's why the trial and error is so important. And then if you get like this horrible solid color puzzle like we had in the Eiffel Tower that I had in the world, you have no other option than do that. So the faster, if you have practiced that, it's gonna be really good for you because it's just basically doing this.
Yeah.
If you're not used to it, it will feel annoying and you will start scanning unscannable things.
Again, I hear these things and think, yeah, there's a puzzle where I really could have done with doing that. And again, the EJJ last night really could have maybe done with a bit of that.
Yeah, and especially if you're already able to use both hands, then you can do that with your left hand while you're still scanning and working normally with your right one.
Yeah, absolutely.
How close are we? I can see this is still going in.
Minute and a half to go.
Ooh.
Doing really well, Linda.
Yeah, it's not gonna be too many pieces left. Basically, just the clue pieces.
And yeah, Cotta, I don't know if you got the phone on. Sorry, I did say about your camera, but I think you maybe didn't hear. So, but I'll add your time into the results. Well done. That was a really good time.
Yeah. Going.
few more pieces. Every piece counts.
Exactly, every piece counts. I don't know if you were in the Worlds 2023, but only 9 people finished in the pairs final. So I was also in that. Every piece counts. I didn't finish that puzzle either.
Oh, of course, that was yeah. That was again a tricky one to give you in the final.
Yeah, never again. They never even end up selling it
Oh, really?
after
It
the event. Yeah,
just disappeared, did it?
yeah, it's the Boston. You cannot really buy it anywhere. People got too traumatized.
Okay, 5 seconds left. Last few pieces, and that's time up. Well done, Linda. If you want to count up those pieces
Nice
and
job.
just write it in the chat. Really good job. So close.
And you know, when I got started, my times were way over 2 hours. Way over 2 hours. I remember I was looking at the worlds and I was like, how people can do. I wasn't looking at Alejandro's times. I was looking at the max time limit, which used to be 90 minutes back then. And I was like, I will never get there. So yeah, definitely never give up. You just practice, the progress will come.
Absolutely. Okay. If you could just write a number of pieces in the chat. Oh, here we go. 70. 70. Brilliant. Got there.
This kind of game, like one more puzzle for us.
Fantastic. Well done, Linda. Thanks, Cotta. And thanks to everyone for joining. Thanks to people in YouTube. Thanks so much, Amelia. I'm sure we'll chat soon. More planning for the events next year. And next time you'll be puzzling.
Yes, definitely. Awesome. Thank you again for letting me to join, and this was super fun.
Thanks so much.